everyone, how are you doing this week? How is your day going? If your day is going fantastic or it's not going really great, just comment down in the comment section and let me know how your day is going. So in today's video, we're going to be continuing a series we started in the last video, and we're talking about setting boundaries here. So last video we spoke about setting boundaries physically, and now we're going to be talking about setting boundaries in your mind. If you haven't seen that video, please click the card up here, go and check it out, and let's get into today's video.
Welcome to all our subscribers, both old and intending. Wink wink. This is Aliannaworld, where our mission is to shine and light up others along the way. Please stay tuned as Vicky teaches us about boundaries.
So the first point I'll be making in today's video is establishing what you want in your mind first. Now you have to establish what you personally want in your mind first before you can now relate to your partner. And this is very, very key, because if you don't know what you want, then you cannot tell another person what you want. You cannot know what you want more than you yourself. Only God ultimately knows what we want and what we need, but you yourself have to know what you want so that you can better communicate it to another person. I hope you understand what I am saying. This really goes a long way in your relationship, because it helps you create a standard for yourself in your mind, so that when the right person now comes along, you can better relay it to the person. Hope you understand. The second point I'll be making is train your mind to respond to situations. Train your mind to respond to situations. So there's this thing I do where I train my mind to respond to situations, and how I do it is I just create a scenario in my head. Oh, Victoria, if you find yourself in this kind of situation, what are you going to do? Now, what this does for me is that I explain to myself exactly what I'm going to do in that situation. Then I check it with the word of God. Okay, that reaction you gave to the situation, is it in line with the word of God? If it is not in line, I start taking it apart, and then I now fixing things that are in line with the word of God, and then I replay that scenario in my head over and over again. What this does is, when I come into that kind of situation, I can easily react in the way that I have trained my mind to react. Do you understand? Companies use this a lot when they're training their staffs for a better customer service. Like, okay, if you have a bad customer that comes in and the customer is rude to you and shouting at you and doing this and that and that and that, what are you going to do? So the staff acts out their response in that kind of situation, and then the company's manager will now tell them, okay, this is what you did right, this is what you did wrong, run it again, until they get used to that kind of response, so that when indeed a customer like that comes to them, they can easily respond in the way that they have been conditioned to respond. It works in relationships also. You can think to yourself, okay, if I if I am with this person and this kind of situation should come up, what should I do? Flee. That's what you should do. Train your mind to flee. That's a starting point. No jokes. Train your mind to flee, and you see that your response will just be to flee. Basically, it doesn't always work 100% when you find yourself in the situation, but it gives your mind a starting point to know that this is what we have been trained to do. This is how we should respond in this kind of situation, and yes, you will most likely respond in that kind of situation. Now, the third point is you have to pray your mind to submission. At the end of the day, the only person that can help you out in your relationship and in setting boundaries and living righteously in your relationship is God. You have to pray your mind to submission to His will and to His word. He has said a lot of things concerning you. He has said a lot of things concerning your relationship. He wants a godly relationship. He wants a relationship that mirrors the relationship Christ has with the church. So you have to pray your mind to a point where it begins to understand that it is not just the both of us feeling all lovey-dovey and feeling butterflies and gorillas in our brains, but it is a relationship that has been created to mirror the kind of relationship Christ has with the church. And that is what we always have to understand. So we need to pray and pray and pray and pray our mind to submission. I cannot overemphasize this. No jokes. You have to pray without ceasing, because guess what? You are God's house of prayer. So exercise and pray. My fourth and final tip is to watch what goes into your mind. Like, you guys, we need to be careful what goes into our mind, because that is what would, at the end of the day, come out of our minds. Do you understand? You have to be careful the kind of music you allow into your mind, the kind of movies you allow into your mind, the kind of books. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. The kind of books you allow into your mind. You cannot be saying that you're trying to keep a chaste relationship and, you know, keep a pure mind and a pure heart, and you're reading My Tall Dark Greek Boss. Like, how does that even work? You need to be really careful. Or you're listening to a song that is singing, I don't know, let's make love tonight or something like that, and you're thinking your mind will be pure. The devil will come and be giving you beats to further boost it. So let's be careful what we allow into our minds. Garbage in, garbage out. And you know what the word of God says? Guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it comes the issues of life. We guard the food that we eat. We guard our house. We put up securities in our house. We watch the kind of food that we eat. What else? We guard our finances. We watch the kind of banks we put our money in, and if they are good or they are bad. But the most important thing that we should guard in this life, we just leave it open to the devil, and that's not a good strategy at all. So we need to make sure that we guard our hearts at every point in time. I don't know why we would allow somebody who knows nothing about love, you know, just come and sing songs of love to us, and we're feeling, oh no, this person is good. And then you look at the person's relationship, the person is probably divorced like 5 times, and you think that person is in the best position to teach you about love. Don't get it twisted. Don't. So you need to be careful what you allow into your mind, so that you can control what you allow come out of your mind. Are we there together? Fill your mind with the word of God, and you realize that in every situation, it's the word of God that will come out. You guys will just be in that relationship, edify each other, and, you know, just enjoy each other in the presence of the Lord. You always have to remember that it is God, then the both of you. So God has to always come first in your relationship. So you guys, I hope this has been like really helpful. Always remember, there's the physical boundaries and there's the mind boundaries, but the one that affects the most is the mind boundary. Like, your mind boundary would affect your physical boundary. If your mind is not in the proper state, you can't be in the proper state physically. If you haven't, let me give an example of, if you want to eat, if you're hungry, you would first think about it like, okay, I'm hungry, what should I eat? Oh, I think I want pizza. Then you would pick up your phone and call the pizza company and be like, oh, can you guys deliver pizza to my house? Do you understand? It doesn't just happen automatically. Nothing just happens automatically. It would have first, you know, gone on in your mind before it comes out. That is why Jesus equated just thinking about a woman lustfully to adultery, because every sin takes place in your mind before it even comes out physically. So you guys, take time out, you know, stay in the place of prayer, stay in the place of studying the word of God, get your mind right, debunk all the things that Nollywood and Hollywood and Bollywood and Bollywood has, you know, fed your mind with. Debunk it with the word of God, so that your heart can be right, and ultimately you can do that which you ought to do. So that is the end of this series, guys. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up. Leave comments in the comment section what you think I left out again, and what your thoughts on everything I said. if you have experienced this kind of thing before where you have to set boundaries, like everything, just teach us also in the comment section, and would love to read your comments. Thank you so much for listening through this series, and I hope it has been really, really helpful to somebody. I really hope it has been helpful to somebody the way it has helped me. And yes, we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, share to your friends, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.
His love is eternal.
Till next time, keep shining.
His love is eternal.